friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel, my first ever YouTube video. I have recorded this video thrice now, and third time's a charm, right? So my name is Melissa, and you may have seen me on TikTok as Beauty and Brains XO. I was previously on TikTok. I thought I could just be a little bit more creative on TikTok with like short form video and post a lot more often. But I will say that I have been a lover and consumer of Booktube for close to a decade. I have tons of favorite creators. I have a love and respect for it. This is like a long time coming for me. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time and just haven't really, bit the bullet. I think there's reservations and insecurities and things that come through, but I'm ready to just put all of that past me. We are here now and we are doing this thing. So I thought that we could start off strong and do the newbie or the Booktube newbie tag. So let's just jump right in. Question number one is, why did you start this channel? So I started this channel because I want to be part of the Booktube community. Like I said, it's something that I've wanted for a really long time. I also want to just chat about the books that I'm reading, the ones that I like, the ones that I don't like, just all the things that Booktube encompasses, and give my poor husband a break, to be quite honest, because, he loves me and supports me, but he could care less about what I'm reading. Number two is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? So I don't really know yet. I'm hoping that when I get into my groove that I do figure out what's unique to me and what I can offer this community. Just a little bit about me. I'm a mom of three. I have 3 cats. I work full time. I'm going to school full time. So I stay pretty busy. For me, this is like a passion thing. I didn't get paid from Booktube. I just did it because I liked it. It was fun. And I like to talk about books. I don't know, but we'll figure that out along the way together. Number 3 is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm most excited about the community and making friends because I don't really have a lot in real life. I have a few like tried and true, just friends that I've had since high school, but it's kind of hard to make new friends when it's just my husband and I and our kids, and I stay pretty isolated because like I said, I stay pretty busy. So I'm excited to like jump in and just be a part of the community online and make friends. Number 4 is, why do you love reading? I love reading probably for the same reason that everybody else does. It's escapism. It gets me out of my own head and it's fun. Like you can live a million different, what is that quote? You can live a million different lives in the pages of a book, but it really is true. You learn a lot about other cultures, different parts of the world, that sort of thing. And number 5 is, what book series got you into reading? So early on, I would have to say Chronicles of Narnia. And then when I was a teen, it was Harry Potter. Loved Harry Potter. Still love Harry Potter, but you know what I mean. It was the first time that I was like just flying through the pages, like addicted to the book. Of course, the Twilight series. I never read Hunger Games. I just never had the urge to for some reason. I may go back and read it this year just because I never have. Oh, and then when I was a teenager, I loved reading like really edgy coming of age stories. Like it's kind of a funny story. I liked all the Ellen Hopkins books, like Identical and Impulse. And then she had Crank and Glass and all of those, if you know what I'm talking about. Number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would ask them how they stay motivated after so many years. Like they're still putting out awesome content and they've been on here, 3, 5, 7 years. What keeps you going? What motivates you? Where do you get your best ideas? I'd probably ask all those things. Number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? This is pretty unique to me, but I think just the time commitment. I just have a lot of moving parts and this is a passion thing. This is something that I want to do for me. And so I think just being able to put in the time and give like 150% to this channel like it deserves is going to be the challenge. Number 8, when did you start reading? Okay, this is not to sound like weird or pretentious, but I started reading at 4 years old. I went to a daycare that went all the way up to 2nd grade and I was reading the books. They thought that I was memorizing them. So they brought in books from outside of the daycare and I read them and everyone was shocked. I guess I could just put letter sounds together at 4 years old. But one of the best things and one of the earliest memories I have is them pulling me out of my kindergarten class to go in with the 1st graders in their reading session. And that was when I got introduced to the Chronicles of Narnia, Little House on the Prairie, the Boxcar Children, all kinds of classics. Number 9, where do you read? I read at night. I try to carve out at least an hour a day and I read in my bed. Nothing fancy. Number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? I'd say my big three are, sorry, that's my, Jasmine, no. Okay, I'm sorry if the setup looks different, but my cat knocked the tripod over. Fantasy, contemporary, and thrillers are the big three, but I branch out. I like to read YA. I like to read horror sometimes, sci-fi, romance. Romance, I'm not as well versed in. Like, I still haven't found my groove, but I do know that I like slow burn. So if you have slow burn recommendations, I'm trying to dip my toes into romantasy because I do love fantasy so much. So maybe I'll read more romantasy. The last question, number 11, is more like a bonus question. And it is, what does your book collection look like? You can kind of see my shelves behind me now. I have An Ember in the Ashes, Priory. I have the Greenbones Saga. I've got Ninth House, Cersei. I just picked up Air. This is the Walmart exclusive edition. I just liked it because it was pink and purple versus like the blue and white. Riley Sager here. Jodi Picoult. She's like one of my favorite contemporary authors. So yeah, I've got a mixed bag. But as far as like collecting, I collect copies of Little Women. It's my favorite book of all time. My grandmother gifted me, here, let me just see if I can grab it. So my grandmother gifted me her copy when I was 15 years old. This book is ancient. Like, it does not even have a print date. It just says printed in the United States of America. And the movie came out, the most recent movie, I think it was like 2021. I bought the movie rendition. I just love the story. I know that I love it. As far as collecting, that's the only book that I'm collecting. I will say that this shelf, intent of the shelf is that if it's a 3 or 4 star, it may stay there if I like it, but chances are it's probably going to get unhauled. If it's a 5 star, it's going on the shelf. So eventually all of these on this shelf are going to be 5 stars. I would love to have like the big Billy bookcases. I just don't have the room in my house right now. So this is kind of what we're working with. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That is me in a nutshell. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're currently reading. If you're a new booktuber as well, let's just be friends. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.